Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today we are checking out Chainlink, right? So Chainlink is approaching one really good trade opportunity, and since Link is one of the crypto's favorite coins, right? I mean, it's definitely been doing amazing things, especially this year, right? And most likely on USDT it went quite high, but now it's actually on BTC pairing that is going to be again an interesting bet, right? It's also worth mentioning that Link is absolutely everywhere, right? You check 4chan, there's going to be a Link thread open up 24/7, right? Or Telegram, there's always somebody talking about Link, or it's just a discussion in multiple channels. So it's one of those coins that you're really happy to trade because you know there's high liquidity behind it, and you got this Link Marines that will constantly push it for you. So even though you sometimes take those trades, they even perform better for you, right? Just because you get to have all that support that coin needs, right? You're not actually afraid that coin would die, right? Also worth to mention, I mean, Bitcoin still hanging around 23k, Ethereum pushing up 650, right? So we're still looking fine on that space. Of course, if Bitcoin is gonna stretch itself too far, then Link will fall off as well, sadly, right? But when it comes to an area like this, what I'm about to show, I'm gonna say, like, you have to go for it. This is one of the most safest trades you can possibly pull on this one, right? So yes, I'm gonna zoom out, and you can probably tell where this area is located again right now, and this is one of the mainest areas on this entire chart on Link, so that's why I'm so excited for it, and want to make a video about it, obviously. And yes, this area right is located right here, and you can see it's a little bit of a fatter area because yes, we are on daily, and now if I measure it, it's gonna be about 20%. It's not too bad, but it's also probably going to have a little bit of a larger stop loss, but that's okay because what you're gonna see about, I'm gonna show where we're gonna target, where we're gonna target for it to take a profit or take from it, right? So you will see that those targets are quite extended as well, so we're gonna be getting some good profits potentially in, right? Or be running a trade for a little bit of a longer time, right? Because we do at the end of the day, we're gonna try to multiply some of our BTCs, right? So that we're not just staying in BTC, because we already discussed it. It's gonna take a while for BTC to double itself, right? So we might as well play these odds and just try to multiply our number like that a little bit, right? And sooner or later Bitcoin is gonna go sideways as well, right? So we will then profit on these trades even more, right? Because they will start moving a lot more as well. So yeah, going now in, putting a buy area, and again, right, the buy area is about 20% wide. It could be a little bit more wider, but then I don't think it's gonna be make enough sense for me to trade it right at, right? So yes, as you already know, spread the buys out, right? One on top, one on middle, and one at the bottom right now. So then you get your buy area right down the middle. And now we're gonna be putting our stop loss right under this wing, right on the left side. We're going to be putting our stop loss right on this wing on the left side, and you can see that we're going to be riding around with about 20% stop loss, or should I say 21%, right? And in this case, yes, the stop loss is huge, but then again, this area is daily. This area could even be said it's weekly area, right? And it's one of the most important areas on the entire chart, right? So imagine if we get a decent reaction from this area, we will be able to refill our trades, higher as well, right? So this will kind of be like a base trade, right? We will start off with this trade, and then as if Link gives us a good reaction, we will then build our trade from that, right? And I will show that in a minute as well. So filling this position right here, our first profit take is going to be located right here, and this is kind of a, if you look at it, right, this is kind of a position where you have to break out in order to maintain that momentum of reaction if you start moving up, right? So this is gonna be a first hard resistance for Link, and mostly if you're gonna break this one, you will most likely retest all the way up there. So this is a good news, right? Because then you can see that our first profit take is already a 30% move on Link. So it's absolutely amazing from that standpoint, even though our stop is higher, right? Also, our first profit take is quite high as well, right? With 1.4 R inside. And if that happens, you go all the way to the second one. And again, I'm going to mention you have good chances of going all the way to the second one. And this is, I'm going to actually make a box, because in this case, yes, it is again a little bit of a chompy one. And I'm going to make a box here. And you can see if we put it right down the middle of the box, now we're starting to see already good profits, and we're not doing a lot, right? We're seeing 70% already, or 3.3 R. But there are gonna be multitude of opportunities, right? So going back to my arrow right here, if you do something like this and you actually break this heavy first resistance, which actually will then continue your up run, this actually becomes a really good fill spot. So this would actually then become a really good fill spot for your secondary trade, which in this case your stop loss would have been a lot smaller, right? So we don't know how the chart is gonna look now, but we can assume that our stop loss is gonna be somewhere around down here, right? So if you look at it right down the middle again, and we look at it this time around, we either, if we go for aggressive stop, it's gonna be 6%, and even if we go for a safe stop, it's gonna be 10%. So basically we even halving our stop, or we, you know, just have 1/4ing, right? So you can see this is really good for our position, secondary position, and this is when the things start getting interesting, because you now start to build a bigger position that has potential to go somewhere, right? Now, opening another position here, and now let's say our price moves all the way to up here, and you can now see this is now 70% on this one, or 3.3R, and if we take another trade down here, it will most likely be, let me just set it up again so we can just see it just for a Pete's sake. But again, this trade is not yet active, like this one secondary is not really active. So we can see, and secondary trade comes in for 4.3R or 30%, and you can see that you're basically doubling your bank already with these two trades, right? And now this right now, right, this is then really important again, right? Because if you can manage to break this resistance right here, right, you will most likely test either here, or you're gonna test either here, and I'm more leaning towards the secondary. But again, for that you would need quite a strong bull run to break this one to begin with. So Bitcoin would really have to go sideways or even down for that it to happen. It would just have to lose a lot of dominance, right? But if you can see, if we start stretching this profit target even higher and higher, in this case you're now reaching 110%, right, or 5R, and 130% or 6R, right? And again, right, I mean, to some people this might not be that much, right? But you need to understand this is one thing, right? I mean, we are talking about Link, right? We're talking about Link that has performed constantly throughout its existence in crypto, right? And it's one of the safest coins. So basically this is more for guys who would like to play this bull run safe and make some bitcoins on the side, right? Because yes, I've said in the past that shit coins are now really well if you start to play with them, because they will double up much sooner than the Bitcoin and Ethereum will. And this is in this case the same, right? Because this is gonna give you a chance to double up your bitcoins essentially, right? If it moves up here and if it breaks this secondary area. But if both of these trades play out, you're basically gonna double your bitcoins before even breaking this area. So you don't even have to break it in the first place, right? But if you do break it, then you're gonna make even some more serious money, right? So that's the thing. Obviously, I would make video if that happens. If we break this first area, I will make a video again, because I will have to probably edit my secondary trade just a little bit when I'm gonna see more price action at it, right? But you can see this is more of a safe option play, because Link, like I've said, if you scroll back into the past, you can always see the Link pretty much always when they had a pump, right, retraced down to the main area and started moving back again. As you can see, this was pretty consistent when it came to it, right? And now it's just returning back down to the main area, and hopefully it's gonna again do the secondary move. So you can see even an all-time high is possible from here. But you know, so far I wouldn't bet on it, right? So far I'm gonna say it's a little bit too optimistic for me, right? I have to see more price actions. I have to see more main areas being broken before I would call it an all-time high. But this secondary profit target right here is very much achievable, and you know, it could be an easy and safer way of multiplying your bitcoins and potentially doing something, you know, something good in the market for future. And it's also one of these high time frame positions that you don't have to watch every day, right? So if you're just, you know, if you're just like a holder, you put it in, you wait for it, you check it every week, you've seen, okay, it goes my way, it hasn't come close to my stop loss, I'm good, just go, let's ride it, right? And yes, guys, I mean, please do subscribe to our channel, you know, like the video. We do these videos every day except on Sunday, you know, and also share with your friends. We do like to see some views, you know, because this is how we get information that you guys actually like this kind of videos, right? And also, if you could subscribe to or join our free 4C Telegram channel, where we, you know, discuss trades like this. We do Bitcoin analysis, we do Ethereum analysis on daily basis. We also, you know, talk about various stuff on how you can become a trader, profitable trader, or we just help you on your journey, because at the beginning it's really hard to start your trading journey, right? And it's really much faster if you have some guys who would give you some basic knowledge and, you know, kind of set you on the path, right? So then you can teach yourself as well. So thank you for watching, guys, and we will be seeing each other in the next one.